Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Well, all I've got to say is embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. As the Mets blow easily the worst game of the season. Probably the worst game the Mets have blown since May of 2024. Right around that Jorge Lopez throwing the glove into the stands kind of time of the Mets in 2024. This was one of the worst losses the Mets have had in quite some time. I can remember a few here at Nationals Park, like when Edwin Diaz in 2019 blew I think it was a 5 or a 6 run lead along with the rest of the bullpen. There have been many over the years. Some of them more meaningful than others. This game is in April, so I don't think it's going to define the Mets season. But right now, as I sit here today, this is one of the worst losses that I can remember in recent history for the New York Mets. To be up 5-0 in the first inning, the Nationals falling all over themselves in the field. Their starting pitcher that entered the day with an ERA below 1.5 to take advantage of that opportunity, that moment. And then to basically sit on your qualms, not score many other runs. You get out to a 5-0 lead, it becomes 5-1. Then you make it a 6-1 lead, and then 7-1. You have two separate 6-run leads in this game. And then to let the Nationals slowly but surely crawl back into this one. A 3-run homer late in the game off of Jose Butto. And then Ryan Stanek unable to close out this one. 2 strikes against the leadoff batter. Bloop double. That sets up the game-tying run before they walk it off. This is one of the most painful, difficult losses that I've watched in a long, long time. What's up, guys? I'm Tony Metra. This is going to be short. We're not putting anything up on the stream here because I don't have the energy to do it. I am so mad at the Mets. I cannot believe I spent my entire Sunday watching the Mets, prepping for a pregame stream, prepping for a postgame stream, for them to lose the way that they just did. So you're not going to get any highlights in this box like you normally would. But hopefully you guys forgive me and you're feeling the same way. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like. It goes a long way toward helping the channel and hopefully better days ahead because today absolutely sucked. I'm still in shock. I am shell shocked right now. The Mets open up with a 5-run first inning. Like I said, the Nationals defense falling all over themselves. Multiple walks in the first inning, a couple of bloop hits. Lindor starting the game off with a base hit. They get out to a 5-0 lead, and I'm thinking, wow, they're going to coast in this game. I can chill. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to get some chores done while also, still keeping an eye on the game. Sometimes you have to do that, right? And all of a sudden, I just keep hearing Gary Cohen's voice getting louder and louder in the bottom half of the innings. And I'm thinking, okay, 7-4, we're okay. 7-5, ooh, I'm getting a little scared. And then 7-6 going into the bottom of the 8th. It was one of the worst losses the Mets have had in a long time. Let's get into it. We'll keep it short, like I said. This was brutal. So Tyler Miguel made the start. He was pretty solid. The Mets offense obviously did their job in the beginning of the game. 5 runs in the first inning off of Mitchell Parker, a guy who I highlighted in my pregame stream. Hey, he's really solid. He's had a really good start to 2025. Not exactly like one of their top prospects. I think he was like their 20th ranked prospect entering 2025. But, a guy that, has had a really solid beginning to this season and someone you can keep an eye on. Jacob deGrom wasn't a top-ranked prospect when he came out with the Mets, so you always got to be wary of those kinds of guys. Well, the Mets immediately took advantage of Mitchell Parker's 5 runs in the first inning, couple base hits, couple walks, couple errors from the Nationals defense. And I'm thinking this is going to be a laugher. The Mets are up 5-0. They add another run in the second. They go up 6-0. The Nationals answer back with 1 run to make it 6-1. And then pretty much everything else from there just fell into place. Mets would score another run in the 5th to make it a 7-1 lead. That's how they got their second 6-run lead in this game. But from there, it was all Nationals. Nationals score 5 in the 7th, thanks in large part to a Sun-aided double in right field against Juan Soto. He couldn't find the ball, tried to shade his eyes, couldn't figure it out. Again, just like the ball in right field on Friday when I said Juan Soto played the first 5 seasons of his career at Nationals Park. How can you not know how the ball plays there at that stadium? It's beyond me. It's beyond me. But it ends up being a Sun-aided double. The Nationals score a couple more. They get 4 in that inning. And then, of course, they get 5 in that inning in the 7th. And then in the 9th, the Nationals walk it off. So I'm distraught. I'm going to be honest with you. This was one of the worst losses the Mets have had in a long time. I basically chalked it up to a W. I did not expect it to go this way. I don't even blame Ryan Stanek, although now 2 days in the last 3 games, he's blown saves in the 9th inning. So Friday and then again here on Sunday. But look, how can you let a Nationals team that's supposed to finish in the basement come back the way that they did? I mean, it's inexplicable. I mean, just a really brutal loss for the Mets today. I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Like, you think you're going through the second inning, like, this is going to be an easy W. The Mets are going to go to 20 wins and 9 losses, or 8 losses, 12 games over 500, and all of a sudden, blink of an eye, it's over. Nationals win. Second walk-off in the last 3 games. So, I mean, very frustrating. I really don't have much more to say because I am so annoyed by this game. I hope that this is a learning lesson. I was curious, where is Edwin Diaz? I know he pitched yesterday, 23 pitches, closed out that game, walked 1 guy, but struck out the rest of the 3 in the 9th. I feel like he should have been available today. Mendoza didn't make much comment on that in postgame today. But, where was Edwin Diaz? And I'm not even saying the Mets would have won because there were a lot of errors leading up to that moment, but probably would have given them a better chance to win than what they put out there. But it's not just Ryan Stanek. There's a lot of culprits in this one. The Mets also had a chance in the 9th inning. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out. Mark Vientos, Jesse Winker both ground out in the infield, and then a ground out to end the inning for the final 3rd out. So, look, there were a lot of opportunities for the Mets. It's a bad loss. There's going to be some of these in a 162-game season, but one that's really sticking with me right now. So, very tough one, but hopefully the Mets can bounce back tomorrow. Edward, what's up, man? Hey, you got to get too relaxed yet? No. 100%. They got super relaxed. They thought 5-0, we got this game. Like, who cares? It's the Nationals. Like, we got this game. Okay, well, guess what? You didn't, because the Nationals came right back and stuck it up you knew what. So, I mean, just a tough loss, And this Nationals team, I said it in my series preview, they're not pushovers anymore. They are fast. They are young. They are hungry. They will make you pay if you don't stay on top of your game. And that's exactly what happened to the Mets today. They did not stay on top of their game. Their relievers were not on point. The defense was obviously not on point. A Sun-aided double, Juan Soto, thank you very much. And the offense basically rested on their laurels after the 3rd inning. So, very tough loss for the Mets. Unfortunately, they fall in this one to the Nats by a final score of 7-6. I'm a little distraught, I won't lie to you, but check out the rest of my channel, guys. I am Tony Metro. I do daily Mets content, so you can check out all of my different platforms right down here in the bio. TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. In fact, I just posted something about AJ Minter hitting the injured list and replacing him with Jose Urena. Should Deno Nunez be brought up? I don't know. You tell me. I personally think he should at this point. He's hitting 99 down in Syracuse or up in Syracuse. But either way, tough loss for the Mets. That's going to do it for right now, guys. We need to regroup here. It's been a very, very difficult afternoon. The Mets do fall to the Nats. Still 10 games over 500, so things are okay. But, you know, sometimes these things they hit a little bit harder right here in the chest. So, anyway, that's it for all now, guys. I am Tony Metro. Until next time, just like me, despite the loss, stay true to the orange and blue.